Hi students, current electricity, so part 5. So in this video we are going to see Kirchhoff laws. Why we are using Kirchhoff laws in the electrical circuits. So these laws are very much useful for complex circuits. So complex circuits are usually having more number of resistors, voltage sources and many branches. So they cannot be reduced furthermore. So simply cannot be reduced to equivalent to 1. So for those conditions we can apply the Kirchhoff laws to find the resistances, currents and voltages. So instead of series and parallel combination concept. So there are two laws have been given by Kirchhoff. So the first law is called Kirchhoff current law. So KCL, Kirchhoff current law. So another name is, it is a junction rule, because in a circuit we are assuming a junction, we pointing a junction, so it is called a junction rule. So according to the concept, the first law states that the algebraic sum of the all currents entering and exciting the junction must be equal to 0. So that is, the current entering into the junction must be equal to current leaving out of the junction. So here consider a junction O, and here there are 5 currents meeting at this point. Here I1, I2 are entering the junction, and I3, I4, I5, these 3 currents are leaving the junction. So according to law, the sum of the current entering I1 plus I2 is equal to sum of the currents leaving I3 plus I4 plus I5, we can write. So otherwise we can write, that is algebraic sum of the currents equal to 0. For this we assume some sign convention. For the entering current we take in a positive, and for leaving currents is the outside current, output currents are taken as negative. So we can write I1 plus I2 plus minus I3 minus I4 minus I5 equal to 0. So total sum of the currents equal to 0. So this is Kirchhoff current law. So based to measure the current value at any point, and here conservation charge can be assumed, because current means the flow of charges. So at a junction or at any closed near circuit, at a junction or at a point, we cannot store the electrical charge or current. So the current input will be always equal to current output. So charge conservation is achieved here. So and the circuit law is used to find the resistance and current values in a circuit. And the second law is current, that is Kirchhoff voltage law, KVL. Here voltage law. The first law is a current law. We are studying about currents. Here voltage in a loop of the circuit. Loop means branch, any branch. So according to statement, the algebraic sum of the all voltages around any closed path in a circuit is 0. So it is a circuit. So it is a closed path is called loop. So here algebraic sum of the all voltages taken as be 0. So here assume voltage means simply potential difference between 2 points, and also EMFs. So everything denotes the voltage. So voltage, potential difference, EMF all are same meaning. So another way we can say the Kirchhoff voltage law, that is the sum of the EMFs in a circuit in a loop is equal to sum of the potential drops. The first law, total current input equal to total current output. In the second law, voltage law, total voltage given to the circuit is equal to total voltage consumed, that is used by the resistors or any load. So this is the concept. Here consider a loop of this circuit. So in this loop of a circuit there are 3 voltages are connected. So also we should assume some sign conventions. So for voltage rise, so positive sign can be taken, and negative for voltage drop. So voltage rise means while we go from negative potential to positive potential, so it is voltage rise, and while we go from positive potential to negative means, so it is a voltage drop. So voltage rise positive and voltage drop negative. So this is very important to consider the sign convention. So in a loop we start from one point and we move through the loop and finally reaches the same point. So in this way we should move. So while moving through the V3, so it is negative to positive, so V3 is taken as positive, there is a voltage rise, so V3 is positive, so plus V3. And the same way while we move through the V1, so it is plus to minus, voltage drop, so minus V1. And the same through the V2, it is plus to minus, so there is also voltage drop, so minus V2. So the total algebraic sum can be written as minus V1 minus V1 minus V2 and plus V3 equal to 0. So this is the algebraic sum of the all voltages, so equal to 0. So we can write V1 plus V2 equal to V3. So from this equation we reduce it, V1 plus V2 equal to V3. Voltage is achieved. Here the voltage given by the EMF is equal to voltage drop by the resistors or the loads. So this is the concept behind the voltage law. How to use the Kirchhoff laws in a circuit? So another example. So here A B C D E F A is a circuit, electrical circuit. Here A B C D A is one loop and A D E F also one loop. Finally we can take also A B C D E F A is another loop. So the first point we consider a junction D. So we can apply the current law, Kirchhoff current law. At junction D we can write I1 is the entering current and I2 I3 are leaving current. So I1 minus I2 minus I3 equal to 0. So this is the first law. So apply the same second law to the loop of the circuits. So first you consider a loop ABCDA. ABCDA. Here two resistors are there and one EMF also there. So for those we should consider the sign conventions. So we know the for potential rise positive sign, potential drop negative sign. So we'll go from A to B C D A. So B to C. So there is a potential drop at R1. So potential drop can be written as I1 R1. So V equal to IR we know the Ohm's law, from Ohm's law. So potential drop through R1 equal to I1 R1. So it is taken as minus because we move from positive to negative. So voltage drop. So minus I1 R1. And from D to A. So this is positive to negative. So towards the negative terminal there is a potential rise. So here voltage drop I2 R2 is positive. So plus I2 R2. And while moving through the EMF E1 negative to positive. So E1 is taken as positive. So totally we can write E1 is positive, E1 minus I1 R1 plus I2 R2 equal to 0. So this is the second law, voltage law applied to the first loop ABCDA. So further we can simplify I1 R1 plus I2 R2 equal to E1, equation 2. And third condition is you consider the another loop and applying the voltage law. So here ADEFA. Here the two EMFs are connected and two resistors are connected. So the same sign convention should apply and start from A. E1 is positive to negative, so voltage drop. So minus E1 and so through R2, I2 R2 is the voltage drop is taken as positive because negative to towards the positive. So plus I2 R2 and I3 R3 is a voltage drop across the R3. So it is also positive, that is positive to the negative potential to positive potential, it is taken as minus. So minus I3 R3, and while moving through the E2, the potential higher potential to lower potential, so voltage drop, so minus E2. So this is the concept. If voltage rise means positive, voltage drop means negative. So if we go along with the current direction, so always there is a potential drop. So I3 R3 is taken as minus. If you move opposite to the current, so it is a potential rise, so taken as positive. So I2 R2 is taken as positive. The similar way to the EMFs also. So we can write minus E1 minus I2 R2 and plus I2 R2 minus I3 R3 minus E2 equal to 0. So E1 E2 taking one side, so other things are taken one side, and I2 R2 minus I3 R3 equal to E1 plus E2. So this is equation 3. So it is given by the loop ADEFA, and we can also apply the loop ABCDEF, the final loop. Finally we obtain for this loop minus I1 R1 equal to minus I3 R3 minus E2 equal to 0. So this is from third loop, and also achieved by substituting the equation 2 in the equation 3, we can achieve this equation here. So voltage is conserved and the Kirchhoff voltage law is verified by using the equations 4 and 5. So we should know how to use the Kirchhoff laws in a circuit in order to find the voltage drops and resistance, currents and voltages. So the sign convention should be very important. If the potential rise means it is a positive, potential drop means negative. So this is very important. So by using this concept, we can apply the concept various complex circuits in order to find the resistances